Hey guys, this is my 50 random facts tag, and there's also some just random stories because I couldn't think of 50 facts. I'm going to start out with an easy one. My favorite color is green. I've been homeschooled my entire life. I can't wink. I physically cannot lower this lid by itself. I'm terrified of getting in trouble. I like to cook. If I could have anyone else's voice, like singing voice, it would be Joy Williams. No question at all. It grosses me out when there's like a ton of butter on a piece of toast. I can't eat it. My best friend and I in elementary school had imaginary horses. It started out with I just had one. Her name was Clipsy. And then my horse got married and had foals and colts, and then we both had like a herd of horses. And when we'd go to camp, we would hook up an imaginary trailer and bring one or two with us and then ride them around. Good times. I hate the feeling of chalk on my fingers. I used to be really crafty. I used to knit and weave and sew. I won first place at a fair from a dress that I made. That was fun. I used to make jewelry and sell it places. I love Robert Downey Jr. My favorite book is Catching Fire, book 2 of the Hunger Games trilogy. And I just want to point out that I read those books way before the movies. I had to wait more than 6 months for Mockingjay to come out. Just saying. One of my hobbies is photography. I'm really into fashion. It would be awesome to one day work with designers on a clothing line or something. I think that'd be amazing. I'm not a huge fan of summer. I one time soaked my brother's toothbrush in hairspray because I was mad at him. My birthday is December 31st, so everyone parties on my birthday. My friend and I one time, we were making a smoothie and the strawberries were frozen, and so I used a wooden spoon to try to break it up in the blender, and went right to the bottom, and when I pulled it out there was a piece of wood missing, and when we went to drink our smoothies, we had straws, and we could see little pieces of wood just coming up the straw. And of course we didn't throw it out, we had to drink it, so we took out every little piece of splinter as we were drinking it. Yeah. It really bugs me when people clap during a song that's really slow or just doesn't work with the song, or when people just clap too fast and speed up and rush the person. That just really annoys me. I kind of want a tattoo, but I don't think it's gonna happen. There's too many cons. I really like heels, but I'm terrible at wearing them. I have Native American blood in me. I'm super proud of that. I don't really mind being alone. I'm not antisocial, but I just really like being alone. I like being with people, but I like being by myself a lot too. I'm sometimes shy as well, but I'm also outgoing. It just depends on who I'm with and where I am, I guess. If I see someone in a store and I don't, just a random person, and I like their shoes or something, I'll tell them. And it usually ends with me getting a weird look. I like my nails painted, but I'm terrible at it, so I usually don't have them painted. I talk myself out of buying things I really like. 18 is my favorite number. I'm content with the music and artists that I really like. I don't really go out of my way to listen to new music or really care what's popular and what's not. I don't try to listen to obscure bands, but I kind of do a lot. It just depends. I'm writing a novel, and I've been writing one since a week before Thanksgiving 2009. Maybe someday I'll finish it. I hate lima beans. I love reading in general, for pleasure, but I don't really have time now because of school books. Brushing my teeth is really annoying, but I hate not brushing my teeth, so I do it most of the time. But I have really healthy teeth. I don't have any cavities. I just drink a lot of tea, so they're not very, now I'm self-conscious, they're not very white. I don't buy singles, music. I only buy albums, and mostly that's because the artists I listen to, I like every song on their album, so might as well. But if I do just like a song from some person, I can't make myself buy it. It's Just can't. My best friend's name is Sarah, and we've been friends since we were born. My favorite animals are owls. I met Kinogrannis, and it was amazing. And I will bring that up forever. I can't write songs with someone else in the room. I played organ for 2 years. I've never been attached to a stuffed animal. I tried to make myself attached to a stuffed animal, but couldn't. I did have a blanket though that I took with me everywhere. It got so destroyed. There were so many holes around it that I could like get inside of it. It had like 2 thin pieces of fabric. It had so many holes that I could like get inside it and like stick my head and my arms out of like holes, and it was kind of sad. I have this and I will someday learn how to play it. Oh, it sounded good. One time I was at the craft hall at Camp Nawaqua, if you know what that is. Cool people know what that is. And camp was over and I wanted to use markers, so I used my dad's keys to go into the vault, but I left the keys outside and I heard some like noise, and so I shut the door and I guess I locked myself inside the vault, and I kind of freaked out because I was afraid that I was going to be stuck in there until next summer when people would find me dead in the craft hall vault. And after like 10 minutes, it felt like a half an hour, but I was 10 and I was freaking out. I was able to pry open the counter like opening. It's like this big like metal door that's like sideways, and I could lift it up a little bit, and I shoved this box fan in it enough that I could like squeeze through, and then I like kicked the fan in. It was terrifying. One time lyrics came to me while I was playing Skip-Bo, and I ran into the other room and wrote it down on a corner of a junk mail envelope. I'd rather lose my sight than my hearing, because if anything that terrible would happen to me, music would get me through it. If I didn't have my hearing, it would just make it a million times worse. The most people I've sang in front of is 700 people. And I remind myself that every time I perform, even if it's in front of 5 people, because I get really nervous. Yeah, I get really nervous performing, but I love it, so I do it anyway. I've been stung by a bee 3 times. The first time I was outside and I stepped on a bee. The second time it was in the middle of the winter, in the middle of the night, and I stepped on a wasp in my house, going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And the third time was just like a normal bee story. I love rain. Whenever I'm in a group of people and we all laugh, I'm always the last one to stop laughing. It's kind of awkward. I'd rather write with a pencil because I feel pressure when I'm using a pen or like a marker, because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess up. Hope you like that. I'm gonna end this now. I'm sure it's super long, sorry. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and check out my website. Send me a message. I'd love to talk to you. And yeah, I love you all. Bye.